So, folks, welcome to yet another episode of the Rumble. And today I have with me a somewhat different kind of person than I've been talking to earlier. Earlier has been some professional or some, either an engineer or a doctor or something like that. But here's a man who's I think, does more writing, speaking, researching, and of course, deeply religious also. To such a point that his name is Krishna, which also tells you he must be a Brahmin. And on top of that, he calls himself Vamanan, and you know who Vamanan was. I presume you know that. Otherwise, you find that out as we continue the conversation. You will know. So, welcome to the show, Vamanan.
Very great.
Thanks for
being
coming.
with you, sir.
Thank you.
Great.
So, I know that you are terribly interested in music.
Okay, sir.
In fact, that's how we first met.
Yeah.
You came and told me that you want to do a project on music.
Yeah.
And I know, even published a book.
Yeah, many books.
Oh, so how did that happen? Many books. I know one book.
Yeah. So actually, I began at one point of midlife, a change. Began writing about Tamil film music.
Okay.
All the well-known faces, well-known voices, as well as those who had been forgotten down the decades.
Okay.
Forgotten.
Yeah.
So what I thought was that the Tamil Nadu in which I was living, say in 80s, 90s, I found it extremely, people wanting to make money by hook or by crook.
Okay. Mostly by crook.
Mostly by crooks.
Okay. Oh, by crooks also. Yes.
So I thought focusing attention to these musicians.
Okay.
The composers, the music directors,
the writers,
the writers as well as the singers.
Yes.
See, some of them did make money, but I am sure even those who made some money, they were not singing to make money. They were singing because they were singers. They like to sing.
You think so? You think all the singers are all the same everywhere, whichever generation. They want to make money, whether they can or not is a different thing.
Sir, you have been a managing MD of a music company, so you know that side of it. I know that they can bargain. I myself have produced certain things with them.
Yes.
But even then, you see, they are trying to maintain some standard.
Okay. So
I am sure that it's not for the money that a real musician
works.
I
know. There was the fame and
not only the fame, really they're born to do that.
Were they as in today's time they have what is known as the groupies. You know what a groupies are? These young girls who run around saying "hi" after some singer. Yeah. So were they groupies in the times of?
No. I have heard things like that.
Srinivas and all. Though I know he had a glad eye.
He did,
isn't it?
That was happening all the time. But here it was more a sedate thing. That it was not like that as in the West.
Okay, so these singers that you pitched up and back into the forefront,
yeah.
Were they all genuinely forgotten, or is it just that
their
time had come and gone and they moved on?
No,
new people took their place.
It's true for everybody that there is a time in which they are known. And slowly as time
No, some
change.
don't go even if their time is over. They just hang in there and keep on with trembling voices. And,
True, it happens. It's a tragedy.
Yeah.
It happens. But, there are quite a few down the 80 years of Tamil film talkie history. There is a whole museum of voices.
Yes.
Museum of voices where some magical voices are there. I believe once when you came home and I played to you P.A. Periyanaiki of 40s, you said, oh, what a great voice, you said that.
Yes.
So these great voices are there. This museum of voices from the past, I wanted it to be available for people so that it is not the music of that time. One singer, one trend is there. Things are like that.
Yeah.
But if you want to sort of have a more wide-ranging choice, you have to go down the times.
So what was it that differentiated those singers of those days? I mean, we have so many singers today also. Was it only voice, technique, or something more than that?
No, it's the time, I think, sir. In a particular time, for example, singers who have grown looking at freedom fighters, at the freedom struggle.
Did they all tend to sing at very high pitches?
No,
because all those songs are high-pitched songs.
Yeah, there many of them were. Like, say, Kittappa, S.G. Kittappa, who was the greatest singer of the Tamil stage, who even fell in love with K.V. Sundarambal and married her. So they had to sing, because I'll tell you one thing, T.K. Shanmugam, the great doyen of the stage, Tamil stage, he says that in those days, on the stage there would be only two, lights, two brands there, but there will be so many people. How
So your
could they
voice
see?
has to carry.
How could they see it? And he says that their hearing as well as their eyesight was so good that they were able to see all that through the darkness.
Okay.
So as times change, as the technology of taking these scenes and these voices to people change, things change.
And even the voice delivery, all that, the
change.
dynamics of the microphone, all that shifted.
It does change.
Yeah.
It does change. And only those who adapt themselves to the changing times, however great musicians they are, only they can become successful.
So is that the reason why the old time singing style of being right on top, hitting the high pitches, that sort of died out because you couldn't emote some basic romance and all when you're yelling at top of your voice.
Yeah, you're
so
right.
all those songs, I think naturally can't be reproduced in today's time, those high pitch.
No, you are
energetic
talking
singing.
about high pitch, sir, but sometimes listening to songs rendered these days, in our times, 2013, I find people, even male singers, singing in falsetto at a high pitch and all that. So they do want to sound different.
Okay, listen, so what tell you what, this is a very interesting thing because in Indian singing, falsetto is looked down upon. They don't like it. In West, it's fully adapted by everybody. So when you come back, we'll find out how does this get along, this falsetto singing.